Right, Rock Addicts. This is DJ Rem from Rock Addict Radio, and I have the band Agenda on the line. How are you guys doing today?
Hi. All
Hey
good.
Spencer, how's it going?
It's going well so far today over here.
Good, going good over here. Slightly dull and damp, but yeah, where everyone's rocking on, so it's all good.
That's the Northern Irish weather for you.
Yeah, it's like cold and windy, and I don't know, they're talking like possible tornadoes and stuff. It's kind of weird weather this fall.
Yep, yep. The world's coming to an end, mate. You know that.
Yes. Okay, so why don't you start by introducing yourselves and also mention the other members of the band that are not with us as well, please.
Okay, well, I'm Jen. I'm the lead singer. We have Pete on drums. Pete's not here at the moment. We have Yanni, who plays the bass for the band. He can't be here at the minute. And then we have Gavin, who's guitarist.
Hey.
Very good. And how long has Agenda been around as a band?
Probably about 5 years. The current lineup, about 3 years now.
Yeah.
2.5, 3 years with current lineup. And different guys previous years before that, a couple of different band members, and right back to the early days. So yeah, we've been at it for a good few years now. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, what brought you guys all together in the beginning?
I think it was just a desire to write original music. That was where our hearts were. You know, we've all played in the cover bands scene and done all that stuff. But you know, for us, you know, you find for most people anyway who's writing original music, the cover band music pays money, but you don't really get you don't get your musical fix out of it as much as writing your own tunes and working and stuff and playing your own music, and that's where we're coming from in that angle, you know.
And we'd always sort of been writing the original music anyway and sort of plugging away in the background. So it's only a matter of time before the band got going.
Okay, cool. And I just want you to know I was jamming some of your tracks off the album on Wednesday night on my show, and everybody that was in the chat room was like commenting on how good you guys were in the vocals and everything. So props.
Nice one. That's brilliant. You know, we've been getting great feedback off the new album, and it's really good for us at the minute. You know, seeing everybody liking what we're doing, it sort of keeps you going. You know.
Yes, exactly.
Makes you feel good.
So what's going on with the band right now? What do you guys have lined up for shows and stuff?
We've just finished the tour of Slovakia there, so we're back home, and it's sort of that time of year, it's a bit of downtime, so we're starting to write some new tracks in the background, and we'll just keep it ticking over the Christmas period, and we're looking to get over to the mainland in England, and possibly further afield next year again, so we're working in the background and all that with nothing to sort of put out yet, but hopefully we will soon, you know.
Yep, very good. And then how often do you guys all get together and practice and stuff when you're not touring?
Probably once a week we would be together.
Sometimes more leading up to a gig, but mainly try and keep it sort of just one practice a week at the moment, yeah.
And we would do a bit of work through emails and stuff, you know, passing forward ideas and this and that and the other. So, you know, we're always working, even when we're not working, if you know what I mean. You know, there'll be wee emails come back and forward, maybe wee riffs getting sent here and there. And so even though we're only together once a week, we're normally busy doing some part of the band that needs done, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely no end of work and things to do, you know, right?
No, got to keep her lit, you know.
Yeah, it's 25/7, so it is.
Okay, so here's a question for each of you. What kind of influences have you had in your life that got you into music and made you want to do something like this?
For me, it stemmed back probably when I was about 14. My best friend, she gave me a CD of a girl, says, I think you might like her, you know, because I always sort of into my music, and it ended up it was Pink, you know, and I do get a lot of comments about it sort of be quite like Pink and all that, but I think back then for me to see a female out there sort of off the wall doing it by herself, you know, a bit of attitude and all this in her music, and I really liked it. And then as I got older and followed her, I liked her more rockier stuff, you know, so that's kind of where I stemmed from, definitely wanting to do the music, you know, and then it's just endless ones along the way, you know.
Yeah, I would listen to the 80s rock bands, 80s and 90s, your Bon Jovis and Bad English, bands like that. Dave Matthews, more, I suppose, a wee bit more modern than that. Yeah, a lot of different influences in there. So there's.
Okay, very nice. And then, so as far as with this band Agenda and keeping things going, how has it been? Have things been working pretty well for you guys?
This year's been really good. Say we put out the debut albums, got great feedback from everybody. We've got out on tour, so we have. We've been pretty much busy non-stop recording and gigging the CD. And long may it continue. That's what we're trying to do with the music. We're trying to get it out there every day to as many people as possible. You know.
That's it.
Before I forget, I want to give a big, huge shout out to Judith Fisher for hooking us up. Without her, I wouldn't be talking to you guys, so big props to her.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Judith's a bit of a legend for us. She's came on board and she's working away in the background for the band, and she's really been instrumental in lifting her profile out there. So yeah, can't speak highly enough of Judith.
I know.
She's a great person to have working for the band. It's a privilege for us.
I'm looking forward to hooking up with her, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, and I love working with her too. She sends me some great stuff, and she's always she's very professional and she's on her game. So I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good.
So, how did you guys come up with the name of the band? Where's Agenda come from?
Well, we actually had a couple of different names, and I don't know why, but Agenda came about very randomly, actually, and then just simply because my name's Jen, sort of the twist on the word. That's pretty much all it is on the letter J instead of J, and we sort of just stuck with it. I think when we started getting out there more and people started hearing about us, that's why we just sort of kept it. So no real logic behind it, but it is what it is, and that's who we are, you know.
Right. Hey, that's cool. That works.
Yeah.
Yep. Where is a good place for people to find out more about the band? What social networking and websites do you guys use?
We're on all the main ones: Facebook, Twitter. We've just got a new website up today, agendamusic.com. Yeah, all them sites, and Amazon
Yeah,
and
iTunes,
iTunes for downloading music and hopefully purchasing it. If anybody would like to take a risk and spend an old tent spot on the band, you know.
Well, I highly encourage everyone that likes you guys to purchase the album, because obviously that helps you guys keep making music and keep moving forward. So
That's it, all the way.
So what are your guys? What's the band's goals for the future? I mean, where do you guys hope to be in a couple years with all this?
Would obviously love to be playing bigger venues and getting out with some bigger bands and getting our faces out there and getting people to like our music and get around touring it everywhere and as many places as we can, you know.
Who's your dream band to get to play with?
I know there's so many you would love to play with.
Out there, you know. I don't know. Go ahead, Jen. You have one.
I think I'm putting the spot with this one. I can't.
I think at the minute we're listening to bands like Shinedown and Hailstorm. They're like the new face of rock, and you know, quite powerful bands, and they're attracting audiences from across the rock genres. And I think to be part of that scene, it would be nice.
Yeah.
So that's where we're vaguely not aiming, but that's where we're sort of heading. Hopefully, you know. So bands like that, if we were to play with bands like that, that'd be great for us.
Okay, very good. And let's talk about the current album right now. What recording studio did you guys use to record that?
We used the Manor Park Studios over here. They are in Tunbridge, yeah.
It's Neil Calderwood was a producer up there. He's worked with all the top Irish bands. The Answer, amongst others, $1 Million Reload. The list's endless with who he's worked with. So we knew we needed to go to a good reputable top studio locally
Definitely for this album,
to do this album, and we were more than happy with what Neil was able to produce for us.
That's great.
Okay, and then how does the process work for you guys? I mean, how long from when you guys started writing this album to actually having it, done, recorded, did it take?
Well, actually, some of them took a lot of months. Actually, we'd started working on a few, and then just takes a lot of time, and you want to try and rearrange them, and then there's other ones that you're working up to on the last minute, right up to the last day in the studio. Some of them took a lot of years to be even gigged,
Some of them are a few years old, and they've been previously demoed, and we redone them because we felt that they were still strong enough to be included in the debut CD. So
it's taken months and years for some, but collectively working right up to the minute.
Okay, nice. And I love the artwork on the album cover. Who designed that for you?
Well, I actually did the artwork myself. Would sort of thought about would like to have a new logo for the band, and I'd be a bit arty-farty of time to time, and I just sort of drew up a skull one day and sort of liked it, and then sort of brought it into Photoshop and sort of tried to design what I'd like to have seen. So I think it came out pretty well in the end, and we were delighted to go ahead with it. So I get the wee gold star for that one.
Well, I love anything with skulls, so it was a definite favorite of mine as soon as I saw it.
Yeah, and it's a popular thing, There's millions of skulls out there, but they're always all individual in their own,
Very good.
They always look good, especially for rock and roll.
And then the album, the album's called Unrecognizable. What any big story about why you called it that?
not really. It was just one of the song titles one of the songs on the CD, and it was quite a powerful song. We thought it was representative of what we were hoping people would hear on the new album, and
yeah.
Well, like the word was a wee bit sort of different, I suppose, and we just went with unrecognizable. So,
all right, very good. And for everybody out there listening, that's track 3. So make sure you check it out. Okay, so what do you guys do to relax when you guys aren't touring or practicing? What do you guys do to kind of keep the creative process going for you?
We pretty much talk about the band.
Yeah, if we're
24/7.
not actually doing stuff, we'll be
thinking about what we're doing next.
Writing down lyrics. The band's always working for all 4 of us in the background, whether it's speaking to someone or say writing a couple of lyrics that come to mind, and they're sitting there.
We need to order new T-shirts and things, and
of course we'll do all the normal stuff as well. We like to have a wee drink and
socialise and catch up with your friends and
go to gigs when we're not playing gigs, all that sort of stuff. Watch a bit of football, drink some beer as you do.
Well, he does. I just drank the beer.
Okay, very good. So here's a question for each of you. If I grabbed your iPod or MP3 player, what music would I find you listening to right now?
Dowdry, I would listen to the fat fella Dowdry, who was on American Idol. I think he's a pretty cool artist. Train, Queens of Stone Age are playing over here tomorrow, so we've been listening to a wee bit of Queens of Stone Age.
I'm digging Biffy Clyro at the minute.
Biffy Clyro, bands like
band.
that there. The Answer locally.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews, after the list's endless, yourself, you change your musical taste in your iPod weekly,
Right. So how's the music scene over there where you guys are at? Is there a pretty strong music community?
Yeah, the music scene's buzzing over in Belfast at the minute. There's a lot of great bands at the minute.
It's a lot of bands playing, a lot of venues, but it could always be better. It's not back to where rock was the first time round, but it's getting there, and the quality of the music's as good over here as it's ever been. A lot of bands are pushing out in Northern Ireland and playing further afield.
It's great to see that.
And that can only be good for everybody in the scene. Mm-hmm. It's highlighting the country for the talent that's over here at the minute. So it's from that point of view,
good
it's great.
Vibe. Yeah.
A lot of people are turning out. Yourself, there's not much money about at the minute, but people are still turning out as much as they can and going to see as many gigs as they can, which is great.
Definitely. People need to support the scene, otherwise there'll be no scene. So,
Yeah.
That's it.
so what sets Agenda apart from all those other bands? They're, trying to do something. What are people going to get when they come see you at a show?
I don't think we're right out there on our own individually by any stretch, but we like to think we're dynamic band, so there's a lot of dynamics going on the CD, and we try our best to incorporate that live as well, bringing the music up and then bringing it down, and and then there's different styles within the album. There's acousticness right up till hopefully quite heavy riffs going on here and there as well, and everything, but a summery pop and a bit of rock and blues in between. So
Something there for everybody,
hopefully
really.
there's something there for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you guys at a live show you've done?
So stick your hand till him comes up again.
Nothing really crazy. Like I would have a lot of bother with my gear. Normally 2 minutes before I'm about to go on, stuff seems to happen. Like, so I'm forever cursing my gear. Like literally 2 minutes before I'm going on, the batteries went on, or there's a faulty lead, silly stuff like that. Nothing really major out of the ordinary. Like, we haven't lost any drummers or anything. We have electrocuted drummers. Nothing like that's happened to us yet. So hopefully.
A few fans doing some forward rolls and thing, but that's okay.
All right. Okay, so this next question, the most important question of the interview, just so you know. Who in the band spends the most time in front of the mirror before you guys go live?
I'll go for Pete, the drummer. I'll not say me. We're always fighting over a bottle of hairspray every now and again.
Yeah, I think Pete likes to spend a bit of time in front of the mirror, so he does.
And we mean that with love, Yeah,
you gotta look your best when you're out there.
That's
There's no point going out looking like a tramp, so it's nothing to be ashamed of. Do you know what I mean?
It's all good.
Can't wait for him to hear this.
That's it.
That's be awesome.
We might send him the wrong link. It's okay.
Okay, is there anything else you would like to tell everyone about Agenda? Anything I have not asked you want to make sure people know about the band?
Just check by. We're constantly updating our Facebook, on our website's going to be updated. Tonight we're actually in a wee competition to get a slot in Opening Firefest, which is a big rock festival over in England for next year. So we're down to the final 10 in that. So if anyone's listening and they want to click on our Facebook site and then go and click the wee link and give us a wee vote, that would be awesome too.
Yeah.
But mainly just hopefully like yourselves and other DJs out there keep playing us, and
yeah, because the support is awesome.
We'll keep fresh in people's minds, and we're doing our best to get out and play wherever and as far as we can. So if everything keeps going in the right direction, hopefully we'll be playing closer to us sooner rather than later.
I can't wait.
Okay, well, very good. I want to thank you guys a ton for taking time out of your day to talk to me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for
so
having
much.
us on your show, Spencer. Cheers, man.
And before I let you go, I have one last thing to ask. I'd love a couple of radio liners from you, if you don't mind.
Go ahead. Is that Jen's good at them? I think?
Not really, but I'll